Okay, hi again, John. Allow me to share my screen again. Can you see my screen? Hello?
All right, I forgot.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah,
Okay, this one. Okay, let's see. What's your answer? A, B, C, or D? What will be your answer?
D?
Letter D?
No, I think C.
Okay, I will repeat. I will repeat the question and the choices, okay? So that you can be able to understand it carefully. Nagsulat si Ana ng talata, ngunit ang bawat pangungusap ay may magkakaibang paksa at ang bawat talata. Okay, makinig ng mabuti. Okay, Ana is writing a paragraph, but every sentence sa kanyang paragraph ay iba-iba yung title or iba-iba yung idea. Just like for example, yung example ko, nagsulat ka ng how was my weekend? Yung first sentence mo ay ang aking weekend ay mabuti. And what if ang dinagdag ni Ana, gumawa kami ng Christmas tree? Ano kaya ang dapat niyang i-take note? Ano kaya ang error ng kanyang paragraph? A. Maglagay ng maraming larawan. Ana should put many images sa kanyang talata. Tama ba? B. Gumamit ng maraming kulay ng tinta. She should use different color of tints sa kanyang pen. C. Gumamit ng mahabang pangungusap. She should use long sentences. Or D. Iugnay ang nilalaman ng pangungusap sa talata. Anna should connect every sentence sa kanyang paragraph to his title sa kanyang paragraph. What would be the answer? A, B, or C?
I think B.
Gumamit ng maraming kulay ang tinta?
I mean A because it's like there's many.
Putting many images? Meron bang image sa paragraph?
Nana,
Meron?
I mean talata. Yung nine ng talata. Letter D.
Yes, letter D. Very good. The answer for this one is iugnay ang nilalaman ng pangungusap sa talata. So you should connect, of course, the thought of every sentences in your paragraph. For example, your title is all about paghahanda sa baha. Dapat yung mga sentences mo tungkol lang talaga sa preparation for the flood. Huwag ka na maglagay ng different topic. Okay? Yan yung i-take note ni Anna. Very good. Correct. Okay, next naman tayo. Number 12. Okay, I will read, of course. Wait for a moment. Nagulat si Ben ng...
Nagulat.
Ako na lang
Ben?
mag-read so that you can understand it better. Nagulat si Ben ng nagsulat rather. Nagsulat si Ben ng pangungusap na nagsisimula sa maliit na titik at walang banta sa dulo. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang dapat niyang gawin? Okay, again, I will read the question again. Nagsulat si Ben ng pangungusap na nagsisimula sa maliit na titik. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang dapat niyang gawin? So Ben wrote a sentence that begins with a lowercase letter and has no punctuation at the end dyan. Which of the following should he do? A. Dagdagan pa. Do you want me to read the choices?
Oh, yes. Yes.
A. Dagdagan pa ang bilang ng pangungusap. Add more sentences. B. Lagyan ng palugit ang bawat gilid ng papel. Put margin on each side of the paper. C. Simulan sa malaking titik ang pangungusap at magtapos sa bantas. Begin the sentence with a capital letter and end it with a punctuation. Or D. Maglagay ng indensyon bago ang pagsulat ng pangungusap. D. Put an indensyon before writing the sentence. What will be your answer? A, B, or C?
Letter D.
Letter D? Are you sure?
I mean,
Final?
letter C is my final.
Letter?
C.
Yes, letter C. Kasi the problem here is Ben is writing a sentence that begins with a lower case. Take note, always remember that when you're writing a sentence, start with what? Ano ba ang start na letter? Big or small?
Big letter.
Big, very good. And end with a what? End with a punctuation or tuldok. Pwedeng tuldok, pwede ring iba't ibang punctuation mark. Pwede ring question mark, exclamation point, or any punctuation mark. But the most common one is the dot or the tuldok. Okay, yan yung i-take note mo always. Correct. Number 12 is correct. Your answer is to start with a big letter of every sentence and end it with a punctuation mark. Letter C. Very good, Chan. Okay, number 13. Number 13 naman tayo. Sa pagsisimula ng talata, sinimulan agad ni Carlo ang pagsulat sa pinakadulong gilid ng papel. Ano ang nakalimutan niyang gawin? At the beginning of the paragraph, Carlo immediately started writing at the very edge of the paper. What did he forget to do? For example, ito yung paper. Dito siya nag-write agad. Ganyan. For example, ito yon. Nag-write siya agad. A. Okay. Ano yung what did he forget to do? A. Gumamit ng bantas or use punctuation. B. Maglagay ng pamagat. B. Add a title. C. Maglagay ng indensyon. Put an indensyon. Or D. Gumamit ng maikling pangungusap. What will be the answer dyan?
I think there will be letter C.
Yes, very good. Good job, John. Maglagay ng indention. Why? Why do you think that it is important when you're writing a talata? It is important to put an indention.
Can have more space.
Yes, very good. Kasi para maging organized tingnan yung paragraph mo. So the first line should be indented, like a small space before the first word, so that your paragraph is more organized. Hindi siya dikit-dikit tingnan. Very good for that. So still you're correct. Good job. Number 14. Napansin ng guro na nakasiksik sa gilid ng papel ang isinulat na talata ni Dina. Ano ang dapat niyang gawin upang maging maayos ang talata? A. Magdagdag ng larawan. B. Gumamit ng mahabang pangungusap. C. Maglagay ng palugit o margin sa bawat gilid. Or D. Magbawas ng pangungusap at lagyan ng guhit sa gina. Same lang siya ng situation sa number 13. Ano kaya ang answer? Do you want me to translate it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, the teacher noticed that Dina's paragraph was squeezed at the edge of the paper. What should she do to make the paragraph neat para maging organized or para maging maayos? What will be like for example ito oh. For example ito yung papel. Example lang to ah. Then ito yung writing niya, ganyan yung pagkasulat niya diyan. Look at this one. Dikit-dikit, ganyan yung writing niya. From edge to edge. What do you think is the right thing she should do? A. Magdagdag ng larawan, add a picture. B. Gumamit ng mahabang pangungusap, use longer sentences. C. Maglagay ng palugit o margin sa bawat gilid, put margin on each side of the paper. Or D. Magbawas ng pangungusap at lagyan ng guhit sa gitna. Remove some sentences and draw a line in the middle. Okay, what will be your answer? A, B, or C? A, B, C, D, rather. What will be your answer? Kasi yung problem dito, dikit-dikit yung mga sentence niya. Like from edge to edge sa paper. Ano ba yung pwedeng ilagay? So that
D?
maging...
Letter D?
Letter B, use longer sentences?
No, I mean letter C.
Yes, letter C. Margin. Margin, right? Do you know what is a margin? Yes, the space between this one, the paragraph. For example, ito yung margin. Ganyan. And this one is the indentation. Okay, example lang to ha. Sorry, hindi siya masyadong straight. Okay, just like that. That is a margin. Yes, margin is really important so that mas organized at mas maging neatly tingnan yung paragraph mo. Ikaw ba, when you're writing a paragraph dyan, wag mo yung kalimutan ha, to put margin on your paper. Okay? Correct, number 14. Very good for that dyan. Okay, next naman tayo. This one. Okay, this time wala ka ng choices. This is a challenge na. You need to make a
Ko ay
paragraph.
pagmamahal ang aking tatay.
Yes, it's all about pagmamahal or love. And you need to give me not one, but 5 sentences. Are you ready? 3 na lang, 3 or 4 sentences. Okay? Bigyan mo daw ako. First sentence about pagmamahal. What will be your sentence and I will write it.
Mahal ang aking aso. Pagmamahal ang aking planet.
Ha? Pagmamahal.
Ang aking aso. Pagmamahal ang aking tatay. Ang pagmamahal ang aking planet.
Okay. Okay, let's focus lang on one topic, not many forms of love. For example, love for family. Yan lang yung topic natin. Okay. Describe.
Ang pamilya ay meron pagmamahal.
Yes, ang pamilya
Ang
ay merong...
pamilya ay merong pagmamahal.
Okay, how? How did a family show their love for each other? By what?
By
Add another sentence related to the main topic. Add other sentence dyan. Give me other sentence.
other sentence.
Yes, give me an additional sentence. Hindi man ito magiging talata kung isang sentence lang. Ang pamilya ay merong pagmamahal. Okay, ano pa? Add pa, add. Ano pa?
Ang aso ay merong pagmamahal.
No, don't use aso kasi iba na yan. Iba na yung topic. Di ba, one of the rules when you're writing a talata, all the sentences must be related to each other. Since we are talking pagmamahal sa pamilya ang yung topic, then about pamilya lang ang ating ano. Kaya ano ba yung, paano ba nag-show kayo ng love for family? Ano ba yung mga ginagawa niyo? Why is it important to show love for the family? Add sentence. Ang pamilya ay merong pagmamahal. Sila, pwede natin ito idagdag. O, basahin mo. Sila ang, basahin mo itong example ni teacher. Sila ang pinakamahalagang
hanggang ating buhay.
yes. Ito pa.
Problema at pagsubok sila ang aking katulong.
Katulong. Yes, sila yung nag-help sa'yo when you're having a problem. Ano pa? Magdagdag pa. Sa huli,
Sa huli,
pagkatapos, ano pa?
pagkatapos,
Magdagdag ka pa dyan. Ano pa yung natutulong ng family mo sa'yo? Ang pamilya ay merong pagmamahal. Sila ang pinakamahalagang bahagi ng ating buhay. Sa panahon ng problema at pagsubok, sila ang ating katulong. Ano pa man? Ano pang pwedeng i-add natin? Mahalaga? Why is it
mahalaga
important, John, to show love for your family?
because
Make that a sentence in Tagalog.
dahil dahil uh, dahil
Dahil,
dahil they can love you too. They
yes,
can love you
they can love you.
too.
They can love you too. Pwede rin yan. Mahalagang ipakita natin ang pagmamahal
Dahil pinapasaya ang pamilya.
sa pamilya dahil upang maging, dahil para maging masaya. Tama ba?
Yeah, opo.
Sige, pwede rin to. Dahil para maging masaya ang pamilya. Okay. Pwede na to. Okay, this will be your pangungusap when you are making a sentence about pagmamahal. Okay, good. Okay, we're done with the pagmamahal about family. How about naman sa hayop? Your pet. Punta naman tayo. Your pet, aso. Ano pa? Ano pa ang pwede nating magawa na paragraph about pagmamahal? Pagmamahal sa hayop.
Pagmamahal sa hayop.
Yes. Gumawa ka nga ng sentence and give it to teacher. And let's try to construct it in a talata. Go.
Why say
Till let's construct a sentence about pagmamahal. But this time it is pagmamahal sa hayop. Go.
how can I construct a sentence?
Pagmamahal sa hayop dyan. Like in the pets.
Mamahal ang aking hayop.
Mahal ko. Ano yung hayop mo? For example, aso. Mahal ko ang aking aso.
So,
For example, aso. Paano mo i-show yung pagmamahal mo sa aso mo? By what? By giving him
giving him by giving him
food. For example, toy na lang. Mahal mo ang toys mo.
giving
Mahal
him
ko ang aking laruan. Mahal ko ang aking mga laruan. Ano pa?
mahal ko ang aking mga laruan.
Yes, ano pa?
Ang aking laruan ay maganda.
Ang aking laruan, ang aking laruan
Ay
ay maganda. Yes. Ito ay napakahalaga sa akin dahil ito ang kasama ko tuwing ako ay naglalaro at nagsasaya. Ganyan na lang. Nagsasaya. Okay. Just like that. Pwede rin yan. Ano ba yung way mo or actions mo to show love for your toys? Inaalagaan mo ba siya? Iniingatan mo ba sila? Ano yung mga way mo dyan or actions to show that you really love your toys?
It's very articulated.
How? How do you show your love for your toys?
It's articulated.
Inaalagaan ko ang...
How?
Yes, how? By taking care of them, of course. Inaalagaan ko ang aking laruan at hindi ko ito...
Nice to them.
Yes, basta-basta sinisira. Very good. Okay, read this one, John. Read this one. The paragraph. Go. Read the paragraph. 1, 2, 3, go.
Mahal ko ang aking mga laruan. Ang aking laruan ay maganda. Ito ay napahalaga ang akin dahil ang kasama tuwing ako ay naglalaro at nagsasayaw.
Nagsasaya.
Nagsasaya.
Inaalagaan.
Kalagahan ko ang aking laruan at hindi ko ito basta-basta sinisira pagkatapos kung maglaro, ibinabalik ko ito sa tamang lalagyan upang hindi mawala. Masaya akong malaro ng aking laruan lalo kapag kasama ko ang aking mga kaibigan.
Yes, very good. So that is an example, Jan, of a paragraph. You can use this one if soon sa exam mo, meron pa rin ito. Meron pa ring example na you should write a paragraph about pagmamahal. So, pwede mo itong maging basis. Pagmamahal sa aking mga laruan. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, any questions so far, Jan?
There's no questions.
Did you get the lesson?
Yes, I get the lesson.
Okay. So far, so good. Okay naman yung mga score mo na nakuha mo when we review this one. Okay, just don't forget it, the hudyat ng pagkasunod-sunod ng talata sa una, kasunod, halimbawa, pagkatapos, at sa huli. Okay, I think that's the end of our lesson for today, John. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.